Welcome everyone to my channel, Mending Tree Tarot. This is a pick a deck reading for you for the month of August in order for you to help clarify any other reading that you received using the law of attraction here. I have 3 different piles here using different oracle and tarot decks. I do pop out, so I've gotten all of those all set. So that the energy is there for you to decide which deck is calling to you. For deck number 1, I have used crystals here to help you decide. I have a blue aura quartz, right? Helping with communication. For pile 2, I have optical calcite, also good for true vision. And I have clear quartz to enhance and give clear sight for pile number 3. I'll give you just a moment to decide what pile is calling to you. If you need more time, please feel free to pause if you need to do that. You'll also notice I have a candle here set. Since this is the Lion's Gate, today is actually when I am recording this reading. It's the peak of it, and so something that is recommended that you do is to really focus on something that it is that you would like to create within your life. And that can be anything. That can be something physical, non-physical, whatever it may be. So what I have done here is I have a white candle that I will light. If we want to all just focus on the one thing that we would like to create in our life, I will go ahead and light it for us. We'll take a moment to just kind of think on that. And then I will keep it burning throughout all the readings, and I will let it burn all the way down. I'll have it off to the side here for you. And it may take longer for it to burn all the way down, but just so that you know, it will be burnt. So lighting, keeping your intention at this moment of what you would like. I'm going to move the candle off to the side, and we will get started with pile number 1. Welcome, pile 1. This is your reading. You chose the blue aura quartz here. Set that up there. I will lay out what came up for you as I do this. Just be careful. There are scammers out there. Posing as other people, so just make sure that you are following the actual links that are under people's videos and all of that. And just know that I will not reach out to you personally asking you for personal readings or anything like that. So just be aware and be careful. All right, so I'm using the Enchanted Map Oracle cards, and I'm using the Edgar Allan Poe for your tarot. It looks as though, also, sorry, please keep in mind these are general readings, so they may not resonate for everyone. And if you find that this pile doesn't resonate with you, or that there's another pile that also called to you, please feel free to also look at that pile. Let's see. So we start with Magic Stream here. Mostly number 18. This card is discussing that you are feeling an actual flow, and in the most recent past that you have been feeling this connection, or you should have been starting to feel connection with kind of everything and everyone around you, that you are not separate from, but that you're actually part of everything, that you have really been feeling this energy, this flow of the universe, if you will. So you've been having more of a feeling of connectedness with nature and people, and with that you have flying. So this is number 20. You have a Pegasus up at the top there, which is great. Actually, it's technically a unicorn. Sorry, I just saw there's actually a little horn up there. Flying unicorn. So with this card, it's talking about, it's giving you a higher perspective. You're able to kind of rise above because of this connected nature that you have at this moment in time. You're able to fully see things from a bird's eye view because you are kind of a empathic feeling too at this moment in time, that you're in touch with everything. So it's allowing you to kind of see everything from a slightly removed, slightly detached, but at the same time connected, really giving you a unique perspective. And because of this, I get this feeling of like elation. When I was shuffling and your cards were coming out, that was really the feeling that was coming through for me. There's a very magical quality to your particular deck here, and it has to do with a sense of connectivity, but also just kind of in love, and maybe with another person, yes, but I think just in love with yourself and in love with the world, that sense of happiness that emanates within you. Yeah, that you're actually in a really good place right now, pile one. And with that, we have come together, number 8. So exactly what it means, this kind of connectedness that is happening between you and others, whether that be familial, romantic, friendship, whatever that may be. But this connected nature that's coming from this flow that you're feeling already. It's really the energy that I'm kind of getting. Like I said, it's kind of giddy butterfly-ish is what I'm kind of feeling in my gut here for you. So it could be romantic, because I mean, it's this feeling of like falling in love is what I'm really kind of feeling here. So perhaps that is exactly what's happening for you. In your layout here, we have in your most recent past the Wheel of Fortune. So there has been a sense of luck that has been working for you on your side, this feeling of what you put out coming back towards you, and kind of a cyclical nature to it. And then you also have the Three of Swords here. So you have been working on lessons that have been meant for you. You've been making forward progress. And with the Three of Swords that you received in reverse, it means that you've been healing past hurts, that's actually a lot of what, like letting go of perhaps relationships that did not turn out well, whether that be friendships or romantic otherwise. But there has been this mending that has been happening, and there have been events that have happened in your life that have allowed you and given you the perspective to see things in a different light, and has allowed you to heal. There's a lot of healing that has been happening. And I think that this healing puts you in a really good place where you're not necessarily in need of having somebody there, but that you know that you are enough, and that you also realize that having somebody else would be a bonus to you in your life. Then puts you in a really good spot for your current position, because you have the Ten of Pentacles and you have the Four of Wands. So Ten of Pentacles is really kind of wish fulfillment, right? It is everything that you want monetarily in the physical world and all of that. It's about being complete in the physical. And then the Four of Wands, which a lot of people refer to as the halfway to marriage card or a marriage card, but it's ultimately a card of celebration, right? Although I realize with the Edgar Allan Poe deck, it looks maybe a little bit more somber than that. But what this is talking about is, it seems to me, I don't know if you are in a romantic situation, but it seems as though you have met somebody that you are, this past healing that you have done has put you in a place where you have just met somebody or have started a relationship with someone that you feel is really solid. And that the qualities of the relationship and the qualities of the person are really kind of everything that you were looking for, which is amazing. And then we have in your near future, the King of Swords and the Page of Cups. So we have some real honesty and intuition that is kind of playing into this whole scenario. It's like there's a knowingness that kind of comes through, and I realize that that's not always the traditional meaning of this card, that it really has more to do with like authority, and it gives you a place of standing in authority. And the Page of Cups really is somebody offering their heart and their emotions, their love for you. So it looks as though this relationship, which is really, I'm sorry, what I'm kind of getting from this reading is all about a relationship, all about love here. I cannot avoid it. But this relationship that has or is coming into light for you is really giving you some kind of knowingness about everything that you've been through in the past, all the heartache that you've been through in the past, that there was a reason for it, right? That's actually the message that I'm getting here. That you're starting something now, but you will soon see that there was a reason for everything that happened in the past, and that you will be ready to accept someone else's love, but at the same time offer your heart to somebody as well. That you'll be in the perfect place in order to have an equal give and take. All right, I'm going to leave it there for your reading here, pile 1. Just for a little bit of advice, I'll get one card here from the Santa Muerte Oracle. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. What little bit of advice do you have for pile 1 for August, please? And you have 2 cards, and these you just read in the upright. There's no reversals on these. And I'm just going to do really quick number 9. Tlaloc, which is the god of rain and fertility. The advice here is pay attention and weigh the forces you wish to put into play, because they are like the water. It can irrigate, but in excess, it can cause floods, and in absence, it can cause drought. Okay, so there seems to be this this theme of flow for you in your reading, pile 1. And number 13. Oh, wow, I cannot say this. I will spell it for you. Huitzilopocchtli. And this is the god of the sun and of war, simultaneously benevolent but strict. The advice of the dead here is proceed calmingly along the path you have chosen, but without presumption towards the first goals you see in the light. Otherwise, the shadows you meet on your path will seem like darkened wells. All right. Okay, pile 1. I'm going to leave it there for you. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I'm truly grateful. And if you need more clarification, please check out your sun, moon, and rising signs that I have. Or if you want to pick another pile, please feel free. And if you like what I do, please like and subscribe. It helps others to find the channel and lets me know that it resonates with you. And down below, you should find a link for tips and donations if you choose to support the channel that way. It is not expected, but genuinely appreciated if you decide to. Thank you, pile 1. I'll see you next time. Hello, pile 2. You chose the optical calcite. I will go ahead and lay this out here for you. Also, just please keep in mind this is a general reading, so it may not resonate for everyone. Please take what resonates for you. Leave the rest behind. If you find that this does not resonate, you're more than welcome to please choose another pile. Also, if another pile was kind of speaking to you, I suggest that you also watch that. And as I'm laying this all out, just be aware there are scammers out there who are pretending to be other people. So just make sure that you're following people's links directly under their videos. And just so you know, I don't have social media attached to this reading or to this channel, so I will not reach out to you soliciting for personal readings. Okay, just be careful there. In your reading here, I have started with The Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed, and then I have the True Heart Intuitive Tarot to give more of a feeling here of what's going on. It looks as though, starting with number 45 in the most recent past, you have time to go. It looks as though you have felt like you're moving on from a situation. This could be a relationship or you know, just any kind of situation, whether it be a job or otherwise. And it looks like you have felt like there has needed to be a change. And so whether or not you have actively left it, or whether or not you have just come to the realization that something needs to change and that you need to leave a situation, that you've at least made the decision that that is what needs to happen. Although I'm going to think that has happened because you have regeneration here, which is all about building up stronger from what has been upturned, some kind of upheaval that has happened, whether or not that be heartbreak or otherwise. But it looks like your foundations have really been changing. I mean, this could have been through a tower moment, well, not necessarily, but some massive changes that have really been going on, and changes that you have made that have allowed you to be able to be who it is that you want and who you need to be. It's about listening to your heart and realizing that this is a new you and a new opportunity, a new space, allowing yourself to flourish, really. And then also in the now position / future position, we have chop wood, number 42, and by the book, number 11. So chop wood is all about making sure that you're in doing the day-to-day routines of taking care of responsibilities that you need to take care of. You will receive insight, and as you address and clean up your space, you're also kind of doing the same thing internally. So on that, with by the book, you are building and following through with what it is and taking the knowledge that you already know and building on that. Okay, so still taking care and doing the work that you see a clear-cut plan for how to move forward from where you were. So any kind of upheaval that you've had, you know, and you can feel, and you're following a plan of action in order to make forward movement to get beyond where you were. Mostly it's about a lot of hard work here, but it looks like you've been having a really hard time, because in the past position we have the King of Swords and we have Temperance. So you may have been in a place of authority or been dealing with somebody in authority, and then through this chaos you have found yourself needing to kind of be the person to wrangle is the word that's really coming to mind here. Wrangle the chaos. And this has been your responsibility, either by telling truths that need to be said, but really about kind of keeping things in a realistic light, if not for others, but definitely for yourself, which is partially, I think, probably why you've decided to step away from whatever situation that is. That you have also come to realize, you're like, hey, I don't really need that in my life. And so another way, instead of trying to be a part of it, is to step away from it. And that's actually, I've never really seen this. She has one toe dipped in the water here and one toe on earth. And right now I'm kind of seeing is her kind of stepping out of the water and into a more solid position. And this is kind of what I see that you have done here, pile 2. In your present position, it may have been causing you some anxiety, and even though you may have moved out of the scenario, there's still a part of you that still thinks about the anxiety and all of that is linked with, and maybe kind of circling around in semi-obsessive thoughts, right? And with the Prince of Wands, we also see this aggressive kind of passion, this in and out energy. And I don't think that the in and out energy is, I think that this is kind of what you're battling. This internal cyclical thought of what has been in the past, right? And this has to do with the process of leaving behind what has been, right? So finding also a new way to move forward is kind of what I'm getting from these two cards together. And then we have our future position here. So we have the Five of Discs, which is typically about being left out in the cold, right? That you may have this feeling of being kind of left out, probably because you left a situation. But the Ten of Wands means that you've completed a cycle, though. This is actually a good thing. And the Three of Cups is all about celebration. So about you ending a cycle, stepping away from something, moving on into something that is more beneficial for you, and is actually going to be, you're going to find a new group of people that you can, like your new, whether it be friend group or a new friend, new relationship, whatever that may be. I'm seeing this having to do with relationships here. Although I'm kind of picking this up also as a situation that you had to remove yourself from, and because of that, you had to remove yourself from daily interactions with certain people and friends and people who you may have considered to be like family for you. And in this process, you have ended the cycle, which is good. You're almost at the end of really letting go of that burden, that chaos that it was causing for you. And now you're going to be moving into a new way of being, a new life, and being able to really kind of end that. So right now you're at the 9, you're moving into the 10, and you're going to feel this newfound sense of security is the word that they keep giving me. This newfound sense of security, whatever that means. I don't know why they keep giving me that word. But also interesting enough, just so that you know, this rock, this stone, the optical calcite, yes, is for clear vision. You should probably look up on its multiple meanings, because it's actually was used to give the Vikings, they would use it to put into an apparatus that would give them direction of where they're supposed to go. But this also has to do about building self-confidence and self-reliance, and can be actually really good for breakups, like romantic breakups, heartache, that kind of thing, and kind of finding yourself again within that. So if you were drawn to this stone, you should probably look it up, because it has a lot to do with what your reading is kind of about. But really the word that I'm getting here is building the sense of security within yourself. Okay, so I am going to just choose one oracle card here for you using the Santa Muerta oracle deck. Thank you, spirit guides, guardian angels. What advice do you have for group 2? Birth. It's actually the name of this card. Number 25 is birth. And I'm going to read actually the meaning of the card for you on this one, because I think it's helpful. The material world of actions opens with birth, of course. The preceding levels of emanation, creation, and formation have finally conglomerated, giving birth to matter and to the phenomenal world in which the actions of man take place. We pass the black veil that separates us from the higher and more abstract levels. We descend a staircase, becoming more and more aware of ourselves and Santa Muerta, or Mother Muerta, that gives us our time. In fact, every mother is a giver of death, because being tied to a form is what makes us mortal. But without her, we could not exist as individuals. We could not smile, cry, evolve, create a family, or build a home. So the advice of the dead here is, it is time to act and begin the work you must bring into the world, as your potential is at its highest and is simply waiting to come to light. So there are good things coming for you, pile 2. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I'm truly grateful. For more clarification, if you want to check out your sun, moon, or rising signs, that's available for you. Or if you want to choose another deck, please feel free. If you like what I do, please like and subscribe. It helps others to find the channel. It lets me know that it resonates with you. And down below, you should find a link for tips and donations if you choose to support the channel in that way. It is not expected, but genuinely appreciated if you decide to. Thank you so much, pile 2. And I will see you next time. Welcome, pile 3, to your reading. You chose the clear quartz here for you. As I lay out your reading, I chose for this pile the Shaman's Dream Oracle, and then I also have used the True Heart. No, I'm sorry. I just have the regular Rider-Waite Tarot for you, for your tarot cards. And just be careful, there are scammers out there posing as other people, so just make sure that you're following the actual links that people have under the videos. I don't have social media attached to this channel, so I personally will never solicit for personal readings for you. I do have a link for tips and donations, but that's the link down below. I'm not going to reach out to you directly for that, okay? That being said, getting into your reading here, we have kind of an interesting energy that's coming through here. So we have to start in your most recent past, gathering around the power of community. So there has been this need for you to really allow others to help you. And it's actually something that I'm getting from your reading kind of overall. This need that you have perhaps felt alone, but know that there's actually more out there helping you than you realize, and ready and waiting to be there for you whenever you need. So the message that I'm being told to tell you in this moment in time is you are never alone, and to know that you're never alone, and you're never expected to deal with something completely by yourself. And although you may not have a physical person to be there, whatever you believe in, whether it be spirit guides, guardian angels, God, otherwise, or just general universal energy, but that's always there with you to support you. You're always part of a larger structure of things, and that it wants to see you succeed, okay? So I keep on getting this feeling of being left alone, is kind of the feeling that I keep getting with your reading. So you're not alone, and know that the power of community, that you just need to allow the help, okay? Allow the help. In your now, you have hollow bone teachability. So this is about going with and being flexible and allowing yourself to receive the information that will help you learn, and to be malleable for the things that are trying to come into your life. So it looks like through this, you're kind of in a receptive mode, and it's asking you to be receptive in this moment in time, and to, again, accept the information and wisdom that's coming to you. Okay, and that's number 28. And number 53, again, stranger, curiosity. This is also about allowing other things to come into your life, whether or not this be people, help, situations, whatever that may be. So the word here is curiosity. So you are looking forward to having things change for you. You're open to having this energy change, and you're just kind of waiting. I feel like you feel as though you're in some kind of waiting pattern, but I want you to know that things are going to be changing for you. We're actually astrologically moving into this new energy. So it's almost like a beginning of a year, a new cycle that's starting right now. And what you're doing is you're actually finishing up a past cycle, and that you're going to be moving into a new one. So have some hope here, okay? There is going to be changes here for you. It's what the cards are asking of you at this moment in time is to be open to it, and to be open and receptive to what is trying to come in for you, okay? So you have the 9 of Cups in reverse, crossed by the 8 of Pentacles. So it looks as though that you have felt like you've had some kind of you've just been really unhappy, and it could be because you've been so singularly focused. You've been working really hard. You know that you've been putting in the work, whether or not that's actually in a work job, that you just be like all work no play kind of situation. So it's been you just kind of working yourself to the bone, really, is what this is showing here. And you're really kind of tired, which I don't blame you for wanting to change at all, was the energy that I'm picking up here for you. In your now position, you have the 4 of Pentacles in reverse, and you have the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Again, this is kind of talking to feeling like there's some kind of obstacle, or that you're kind of disappointed that things have not worked out for you so far, and that you feel like there's this mountain that you need to kind of overcome. And it's not so much, I think, that you need to overcome this mountain. I think it's just that you need to get past this period of time, right? You're almost there, and that's really the feeling that I'm getting. Like you are almost there. There has been this kind of pause, this halt that's happened for you in your life. And you're just waiting for the gears to just start to turn again, and you're you're at that moment where it's just starting to turn, because in your near future you have the Ace of Pentacles, which is a gift from the universe, an offer that's being made to you, a new start, a new venture that's really happening for you, which is new and it's exciting, and it's going to give you that sense of openness and this new sense of kind of a new beginning that you're going to start to feel, and you're going to be really, really excited about it with the Knight of Swords, right? So there is this feeling here for you of being just feeling like you need to be consistent in what it is that you're doing, and you will. Just be consistent with your energy in this need to move forward, and beware of, don't allow yourself to get stuck into how things have been, right? Because there's a sense of needing to be nostalgic, and it's just all that's going to do is going to cause some mental anguish for you, right? You have to allow yourself to allow these things to kind of come in for you and to work for you, because you are not you're not alone. It's really the message more than anything that I'm being given in this moment in time for you, is that you are not alone. Allow the help, allow people to help you, allow the universe to help you, because situations are being starting to present themselves, and so you need to be in this energy of receiving. So just be open to it. Start to expect that these things are coming towards you, okay? Yes, I am going to go ahead and pull an oracle card here for you. I'm using the Santa Muerta Oracle deck for this. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. What advice can you please give for pile 3 for the month of August? We know that they are almost there. They're putting in the work. Oh, I got some colorful cards. Okay, you have number 24 and you have number 6. I'm going to read from the book for these. Number 24 is Flux. It's a very pretty card, though. This last card of the World Affirmation shows us that we can only obtain self-realization and do significant things in the world if we understand that our present is generated and connected by every kindness and every crime of the past in a continuous flow. We are like an antenna that can receive and transmit the original light that comes from the 8th card of Emanations, which also reaches us through our parents, our grandparents, our ancestors, and through the forms we had given our gods. The advice of the dead here is, remember that you are the one in the present holding your future, and that if you want this future to be positive, you must first look inside yourself, because every action you decide to take in the world is nothing but a reflection of yourself. Okay, and then we have number 6, which is order. And this card represents the basic impulse with which all things are organized, and organized according to determined principles and structures. Okay, it gets very scientific here. It says atoms organize themselves into molecules just as neurons into neurons into the nervous systems, giving life to that which will become conscious and awareness in living beings. By following these principal structures, begin to differentiate from one another in the primordial soup of chaos. And although they are primitive, they will develop into more evolved and specific phenomena. Okay, it's very scientific, I'm sorry. The advice of the dead here is, learn to organize your ideas, but also to have the courage to abandon them, if necessary, to not remain trapped in them. Okay, so accept the help, pile 3 is the message I keep getting for you. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I'm truly grateful. And for more clarification, you can check out your sun, moon, and rising signs that I have available for the month. And if you want to pick another deck, please feel free to look at that. And if you like what I do, please like and subscribe. It helps others to find the channel, and it lets me know that it resonates with you. Down below, you should find a link for tips and donations if you choose to support the channel in that way. It is not expected, but genuinely appreciated if you decide to. Thank you so much, Pile 3, and I will see you next time.